Hi, hello. Myself Chandrasekhar. Welcome to Sree Academy. Today we are going to discuss the syllabus. What I am going to discuss in this network theory class. In the part of syllabus, what I am going to discuss is, first of all, I would like to teach you basics, all basics. In the part of basics, what I am going to discuss. In the part of basics, I am going to discuss all elements. Okay. In the part of basics, I am going to discuss all elements. I am going to discuss elements, their nature, okay, and equations regarding equations accommodated with those elements. Okay. Later, laws, few basic laws. Okay, their importance, okay, and how they are going to help us in solving network. Okay, network variables are what? Current, voltage, and power, energy. How to solve? How they are going to help us? Basic laws. I would like to discuss basic connections. Basic connections. What are the connections? You know, series, parallel, what? Star and delta. All these connections. In the part of basics, I am going to discuss all these things. Okay, and what is the elements? Sources. I am going to discuss sources, dependent sources, independent sources, how to solve whenever a DC source is given, whenever AC source is given, whenever a dependent source is given, whenever independent source is given. All those things we will see in the part of sources and their nature. And regarding sources, we will see later on. Still in the basic part, we are going to describe, okay, few things, general words. What is the units of each one, how to convert. One is given, other how to convert. Okay, unit conversions. Okay, all these things I am going to discuss in the part of basics. Okay, what laws you can cover in the basic laws? In the sense, only 3 laws I am going to teach you, not more than that. Only 3 laws I will teach you. One is Ohm's law, you know very well than me. One is KVL, another one is KCL. So that's all. Network theory means only these active and passive elements connected in different connections and have to be analyzed for these 4 variables using these 3 laws, not more than that. Sir, still extra is there? Yes. As a second, so by using this KVL, KCL, I can analyze any circuit, but before going to analyze for those variables, I can have few handy analysis circuits. Okay, handy analysis methods. Okay, analysis methods. It may be of 2 kinds. It may be a standard type or it may be a handy. I mean quickly. Okay, whenever you come for standard type is nothing but what? Nodal analysis and mesh analysis. Whenever you use Ohm's law plus KVL, that becomes one analysis. Ohm's law plus KCL, that becomes one more analysis. Okay, so two methods are there. That is nothing but what? Standard analysis, we call as loop analysis, which is mesh analysis, and one more nothing but nodal analysis. So those are standard. Without using this standard also I can analyze, that is by using theorems. If I use few theorems helps us greatly to reduce any big network. It may be of any kind, we can use theorems. Okay, but what are the limitations of that theorem? Where I can use that theorem, where I cannot use that theorem, and how it could help me, how to reduce the circuit, and what to find and what not to find in each and every theorem. That's we are going to see. So in the part of second step, I am going to theorem. Here I would like to discuss these theorems with AC along with DC. Okay. Now next, as after these theorems, so you need to understand first of all AC, how AC characteristics will come. So in the part of basic only, I will discuss AC quantities, how AC will be interpreted, and what is the frequency, omega is what, and how could be dealt with omega, and what it could say us. All those things AC regarding I will teach you at 2 or 3 classes. Okay, AC basics, only basics, not analysis, only basics I will teach you. So theorems, when I cover theorems, I will be interpreting with DC as well as with AC. Okay, whenever you know few things like RMS value, average value, peak factor, form factor, all those things, whenever I discuss within our 1 or 2 classes, so how to calculate them you can come to know by using these theorems. Okay, later on I will be doing total DC analysis. If I complete, later on I will enter into AC analysis. There I will discuss everything. Okay, later. So analysis may be of two kinds. Analysis may be of two kinds. One is steady state analysis. Analysis may be of two kinds. Analysis, not these methods. Analysis may be of two kinds. This analysis of kind steady state analysis. One more is kind of called as a transient state analysis. Transient state analysis. So whenever I discuss, first I will be completing steady state analysis because this is easiest form. Okay, transient analysis, this state is also easy, but you need to understand few things. Whenever you understand what is limits, what is integrals, what is derivatives, which elements causing this transient state, how they are causing, whether it is force or circuit or else source free circuit, okay, force or response or else source free response, all those things you need to understand. Whenever you understand those terms, this transient state analysis becomes easy to you. Okay, after this, so whenever I cover total analysis methods, after methods I will be going to analysis. It may be steady state analysis, it may be steady state analysis, DC steady state analysis, AC steady state analysis, transient, AC transient and DC state. Always remember when I say it could be of both AC and DC. Next, later on I will be entering into coupled circuits. Magnetically coupled circuits. Coupled circuits. Here we are going to deal with whenever magnetism comes into picture, whenever magnetic flux line goes and whenever they link with other component, how flux is linkaging is done and what variable is going to be entering in there, whether voltage is created or current is created and how it is coming from. So here we will be discussing what is Faraday's law, Faraday's of course, Fleming's rules, okay, left hand rules and right hand rules, Ampere's law, circuit law, all those things we will see in magnetically coupled circuits. After seeing those basic laws, what is Lenz's law, after coming to know all these laws, later I will introduce magnetically coupled circuits. What is coupling, what is quotient of coupling, whether they coupled in series fashion or else they can coupled in parallel fashion, or and we will be seeing dot convention. What will be the dot convention to make the circuits easy, then we will see in magnetic coupled circuits. Okay, later on I will be teaching you two-port network theory. Two-port network theory. So we will be seeing two-port networks. How to study two-port network? For suppose a transistor is given, it's a two-port element. Resistor is given, a one-port element. Okay, op-amp is given. Okay, that is also two-port element. Okay, MOSFET is given, two-port element. How to deal with two-port circuitries? Okay, what parameters are available? Current parameters, voltage parameters, hybrid parameters, T parameters, ABCD parameters, okay, G parameters, okay, total how many parameters are available, out of that what we were going to discuss and what questions he is posing in examination, all those things we will see in two-port network theory. Once if I cover two-port theory, the remaining chapter is going to pending is nothing but graph theory, which is our ending. Okay. As you know, for triple students, they are not going to pose any question upon graph theory. Up to what content you need to know in network analysis well and good for triple people is nothing but you need to know all basics along with handy calculations and AC and DC transient analysis and magnetic coupled circuits. This two-port theory and graph theory, they will definitely, of course, two-port theory is very, very helpful to deal with EDC. For EDC. It may be for triple or it may be for EDC, ECE. This two-port network theory, make sure this topic totally will be dealt with total your EDC subject. If you understand this, you can understand EDC well and good. Definitely well and good you can understand if you understand this topic well and good. Okay. And graph theory, this is definitely used for further study whenever you are going to BTech. Whenever you are reading same subject in BTech, this graph theory will be useful because there you are not going to use this KVL, KCL and you are not going to use any theorem to analyze a circuit for computer aided design. CAD, of course, triple people you can have okay, spice analysis, spice or else CAD, computer aided design. There you are going to solve each and every network by using this graph only, network graphs. That subject is also even called as what? Topology, network topology. Okay, this is what is the network topology subject. If you understand this subject well and good, further studies becomes network topology or else computer aided designs becomes easy to you. Okay, this is what is the syllabus pattern that I am going to follow. First of all, I will be discussing basics, definitely all basics. What are the elements, what are the connections, how they are going to interpret, what are the formulas to be useful, how to deal, what are the questions they can ask, they can pose us, how to solve those methods. I may not be describing number of questions, because upon one method I will be discussing 1 or 2 or 3 questions, not more than that, till you understand. Okay, till you understand I will be discussing same. Okay, it may be upon connections, or it may be depending upon elements, or it may be depending upon your laws, okay, or depending upon your sources types, how they can pose questions, how to solve. Depending upon basics only I will be spending lot of time, and later on here also I will be spending much time. Compared to these three topics, I will be spending lot of time here. Up to here I will be spending lot of time. Up to what, in the sense, up to analysis and DC and AC analysis along with transients and steady state analysis. Up to here our total part will be analysis type only, posing questions and what they can ask us and how we need to interpret the questions. Okay, I am going to deal the subject not only as basics level, for suppose triple E people can get a job. It may be a Transco, it may be Genco, it may be sub-engineer, it may be ISRO, it may be BARC, it may be your DRDO or DRDL, whatever it may be. Like this number of jobs are there. ONGC is there, okay, BDL is there, BHEL is there, ECET is there. Number of government exams, government sectors are there. For all these examinations, depend upon this subject, depend upon these topics, purely these topics, he is going to pose number of questions. It may be a transient state analysis, it may be a steady state analysis. Of course, it may be regarding what he can ask you, in any exam, he can ask you only 4. It may be current, it may be voltage, it may be power, it may be energy, at any element. Out of a network, he may choose one element. Across that element, he can ask you any variable. How to find that one? That's what we are going to see, either by using handy methods or by using standard methods or by using any theorems. Okay, theorems, and of course few basic concepts whatever we know by using in magnetical coupled substances. As I told you, few laws I will be teaching depending upon those theorems like Faraday's, Fleming's, okay, Lenz. All those laws may help us. Okay, what the questions we are going to deal, that all those things takes place in this portion. Okay, so whenever you write these examinations, whatever the question you get, of course I will be discussing all the previous questions also. Wherever required, I will be telling you this question is posed in Transco, like this question is posed in ISRO, like that. I will be saying there you can copy and you can note down. What my request to all you people is, when I am teaching, don't write in your notes. Okay, whenever you are listening, listen the concept first and make a pause button. Okay, then after you write. Okay, while teaching, don't write, stop the content and write. Okay, or it may be of 5 minutes or maybe up to 2 minutes or 3 minutes until I complete the board. Okay, meanwhile myself I will try my level best not to rub the board till I complete board. I will be staying with that option, so I may not be rubbing the board. It will be there for you upon the board till I complete. There you can copy. Okay, right? So this is the style of teaching. Of course, you follow that and write down the content whatever I give you and prepare your notes well and good. That notes will help you a lot. So write down the notes carefully, and wherever I mark or wherever I make a box as a formula, make it as a formula, and use, like me, you use 2 to 3 color pens in your notebook. Your notebook becoming a standard notebook to you. Even you read in BTech or else you read in your, whenever you write your competitive examinations, that notes will help you a lot. Along with this, what you need to do extra with my class notes, what you need to extra in the sense, last previous minimum of 5 years, ECET papers, previous papers, ECET papers. In the ECET papers, you can recognize the bits from network theory. What branch question papers you need to see in the sense? You need to see ECE paper, you need to see EEE paper. You need to solve those questions. And of course, instrumentation. These three branches, question paper, whatever you get, open that question paper, last 5 years papers, 5 papers. They are available in our Sree Academy site or else in our app. You go through that, you open those question papers and search for network theory questions. 10 questions will be there or else 8 to 12, okay? 8 to 12 questions will be there. Check them and pick them and solve those questions. Along with my class notes, you prepare those, automatically you are going to attempt 10 marks out of 10 marks from the network theory. I would like to give you this subject as much as easy. After each and every class, I will be giving a conclusion upon each topic. So you need to remember these points upon this topic. You need to remember these points upon this topic. I would like to say like that upon the subject. So remember those conclusions. Those conclusions will help you a lot. Make them as a box and write down as a points, remembering points in your notes. Those points along with these previous question papers help you a lot. Those are enough for this 10 marks whichever you want to get in your ECET paper. Not only 10 marks, surely I am saying whatever the public sector examination that you are going to write, this total notes, and along with that these question papers will help you a lot. Right, let's meet in next session.